Hi, welcome back. This is Kim. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Gmail. I'm going to give you 5 tips and tricks that will help you use Gmail a little bit more efficiently. There's going to be more coming, but today there's just going to be 5. The first one is not really counted. I just thought of it. It's a bonus one. So let me explain that this Gmail, I haven't changed any settings. It has a few emails in it. I created it just for these lessons, and it's virgin. I haven't changed anything. So this is kind of how it comes. I wanted to show you because so many people ask about this. So you keep going over here and it closes and opens and closes. If you want to keep it open so you can see what's over here, you just click these 3 little lines and that will keep it open. So that way you don't have to keep it won't just minimize by itself, which is kind of annoying. So anyways, that's not really one of the tips. I just adding that in there because I forgot about it. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was labels. Gmail uses labels instead of folders. Well, they're kind of like folders. They work the same way as folders, but instead of dragging things into a folder, you label an email and that creates a folder. It's easier to show you than to explain it. So over here on the left side, you had your inbox, your starred, snooze, sent, drafts, personal. Click on more. You have important, chat, scheduled, all mail. And you scroll down here. We have spam, trash, categories, labels, and create new label. So I was going to show you real quick how to create a label. This is one way. There's another way, but so let's create a new label. Let's just call this personal. So this is going to be a personal. It's like putting a personal folder over here on the left, but it's going to be called a label. We can nest it under something else, but for right now, we're just going to leave it. Okay. So now we have a personal right here. Okay, so that's a label because that little thing means label. I happen to have a personal email over here. This one from Kim Smith says, would you like to have lunch tomorrow? Let me know. So there's a couple ways I can create. So you can select. You can drag it into personal or up here. So these are the options for the email. So this is archive, report as spam, delete it, mark it as read, can snooze it, add to tasks, move to, or I can label it. So you click on label. Oh, personal's already here. Perfect. So there's already some that were already pre-made. See, social, updates, forums, promotions, but I want personal. So I click personal and apply. So now it's over here in personal, that email, and it's also still in the inbox with the personal label. So you could drag it over there into the personal, like I said, or actually just create a label for it. So like here's another one. This one, let's create a label for this. This is just some software. It's an add-in that I added. Okay, so we'll click this one. We'll go up here to labels. It doesn't really fit any of these, so I'm going to create a new label. I'm just going to call it software. And then create. So now it created software over here, and now it says software. So I can quickly look at my inbox and see, oh, that's a personal email, that's software. You know, if you had one from your bank, you could have a financial folder. So the folders, it's hard to think of them as just a label because they really act like a folder. You can also drag this down. That gives you can see more things at once, which is kind of nice. So you can manage the labels here by clicking on this. And this shows all the different categories, labels that we've created. Here's the system labels. So starred, snoozed, important. We'll go through some of those later. But you can change what they do. So, and delete them if you want to hide it so it doesn't show up on the list, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's labels. I hope that made sense. Once you do it, you'll understand. Make sure you hit apply. Let's do another one. You know what? Let's add this also. Let's say put this also in software. Let's say it really isn't matched there, but I just want to show you. You can have more than one label. So we'll go over here to labels. And let's say we want to do software. So we click on that. You have to hit apply. If you just exit out, it's not going to do it. So you hit apply. So now it's going to show up in personal and software. So it's just a way of categorizing your mail and help you find it later. So like if you wanted to go through your mail, you could type up here, personal. Oops. See, it has the label personal. So you click on that and it'll bring up all the personal email. So it's helpful in searching and also just by glancing. Yeah, so that's labels. There's another thing I kind of wanted to show you. This is tip number 2. It's set up your mailbox for priority email. So right now everything just comes in as one big group of email. If you down here you can click on important. You can you have inbox, and down here's another thing called all mail, which will mix everything together. The inbox mixes everything together, but it hides some things. I'm not really sure how Gmail categorizes and how they determine where they put things. But anyway, this is one way you can kind of bypass their sorting and create your own. So it allows you to always keep the most important messages on the top of your mail list. So you would have like, I'm going to show you what it looks like, but it would have like important, then starred. So like if you really wanted to keep this, you could switch starred, and then it'll show up in the starred email. So that would stay at the top. That's one way of doing it. But I want to show you this way too. So once you enable the priority email, it changes everything. So let's go up here, the gear. Okay, and then we're going to go to the inbox type right down here, and then you'll see right here priority inbox. So we click it already. If you look over here on the left, it's already changed things. Important and unread have moved to the top, and everything else has moved down here. So that's already started. So now we're going to customize it. So click on customize. And now you can sort which way you want it to be. So if you want just important and not have the unread, then it would be just important. Let's say you wanted starred become next. You can show how many you want to show of each thing. You can still scroll more, but and then let's add a section here. Let's add unread here. So 10, unread, sure. And then everything else. And that's how much will show on the front page. You can always click on the category here. If you want to see all the important, you click on important, all the important will show up. Okay, so it lets you make some choices here. If you want to show the marker, so an important message will have this little icon in front of it. If you want to show it here, if you can click no and then it won't show it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So let's go out. So that's all the changes we need to make. Okay, so now we've got our important. So if for some reason it thinks this one's important, so it's going to sort what it thinks is important, not necessarily what you think is important. Which leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. Number 3 is filters. Let's go back in here. Okay. So let's go back into customize. Here is a setting to, excuse me, I'm sorry. Here is a setting where you can override the filters or don't override the filters. So if you create a filter, you don't want it to be override. So I would make sure this is on don't. It should be on don't. I mean, that's the default, but you might have accidentally changed it. Okay, so let's go up here to filters and blocked addresses. Right now, I do not have any filters. What a filter does is it searches the email for things we're going to specify. I'll show you the criteria that we'll specify, and then does something to that email based on what you want it to do. I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's create a new filter. Let's say anything from Kim Smith, that's my friend. I am going to, so anything from her, I'm going to create a filter. I am going to apply the label personal. I'm going to always mark it as important. I'm going to never send it to spam. And then create the filter. So from now on, any email I get, it'll automatically say it's a personal email, and it'll send it, never send it to spam, and it will mark it as important. So that's a filter. I'm going to show you another one. Let's say from, I don't even know who. Let's say it's, oh, here we go. If it has the word offer in it. So if someone's going to offer me something, so if it has the word offer, I'm going to create a filter. I'm going to, what should we do with it? Should we delete it? Sure, let's delete it. So it's kind of abrupt, but that way I'll never see it. So if someone's sending me an offer, I don't want any offers, so I'm just going to say create filter. Obviously, that's not really a very valid thing to do, but you get the idea. So you create all these filters, and when a mail comes in into your inbox, it looks at your filters and will decide what to do with it. It's really a wonderful feature, especially once you start getting a lot of email, which you probably already have. Like different bills, like if you get emails from billing companies, you can make a folder for each of those and then have it go to that folder. Well, not that folder, that label. I'm sorry, I'm getting those two confused. So if you make a label for, let's say your mortgage, and every time you get an email from your mortgage company, create a filter that if it comes from them, it automatically goes over to the mortgage folder. So that way it's sorted for you, and you can easily access these emails. Anyways, filters are really powerful. And like if you ever want to delete it, you just click on it and then click delete, and it'll get rid of the filter. But they're very useful. You can do a lot of things with them. You can really pinpoint exactly what you want to have done to your email. So okay, so that's that. So number 4 is called Smart Compose. Words and phrases will be suggested as you type the email. It's kind of like autofill if you have an iPhone. So go up here to the gear. Let's see. You know what? Let's go back to our inbox here. Okay, let's go to the gear, and then we're going to do see all settings this time, and it's going to bring up all of our settings. Okay, so we're going to be on the General tab, and then Smart Compose. You gotta scroll down a little. Here it is. So it has writing suggestions are on. Okay, so it's already on by default, but you can turn it off if it bothers you. So then here, the personalization is even on. So it gets personalized to your writing style. So it learns as you use it. Let's go ahead and type an email. Okay, so let's go back to our inbox. Let's compose to my friend Kim. Okay, so lunch. So here is when I would love to meet you for lunch. So see how it started? I would love to meet you for lunch. Writing suggestions help you save time when drafting an email. So okay, so I want to do that. Okay. If you click on that little thing, it gives you you can give feedback. So like if you don't like it, or if it's like totally giving you wrong things, you want to tell them so they know. So that's what that little icon is. So anyways, hit tab and then finish your writing. It was so nice of you to reach out to me. So see, I did reach and it says out to me. So you just hit tab and then it accepts it. So it's saved you a couple seconds worth of typing. Another thing I'm going to show you real quick, since this thing is prompting us, you can schedule when you want to send this email. You just click on this little down arrow and click on schedule send. Oh, I don't really have her. That's not her real email. What is her email? I can't even think what her email is. Let's just info at, this might be, I'm not going to really send this, so it's okay. I don't know if that's somebody's schedule send. Okay. So it gives you options. So you can pick one of these, like tomorrow at 8 a.m., tomorrow at 1 p.m., tomorrow, or October 19th, Monday morning, or you can pick a time and date. I want to send it the 15th at 2:10 p.m. And you just hit schedule. I'm not really going to do this because this isn't a real person. But you would hit schedule and then, let's go ahead because then I can delete it. Okay, so we're going to schedule that. So then now it shows up over here in your scheduled. So there it is. So then you could just, I'm going to delete it because I don't really want to send it. So I'm going to hit cancel send. But there's other things you can do. You can mark as unread, you can snooze, you can add to tasks, move to inbox, you can label it. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna cancel it because I don't really want to send it to that imaginary person. Okay, one last thing. This is tip number 5. See, I have my important emails still up here because I set up the priority email. If you want to get your regular email back, you just go back into settings and just turn this off. Maybe I have to do it this way. Oh, here we go. Inbox type. Just go to default and it'll go right back to how it was. Now we go back. We're going to cancel. We're going to confirm our changes. Oh, I have to save it. Oh, there it is. I didn't see that. Okay. So now we're back with our normal looking inbox. So let's say this is a really important email, but I don't have time to deal with it right now. If you click on it, and then you go up here to snooze, which is this clock. So what this will do is it'll remind you about this email. So let's say I want to snooze it till Thursday at, I'm going to pick a date. Let's say I don't want to do it until next Monday. Let's do it at 11 a.m. That's when I want to deal with this email. Just click save. And so that is now snoozed. And what will happen, you can still get to it. It's right over here. But at that time on Monday, whatever time I picked, I think it was 11 o'clock, this will pop up again. So then it'll say, hey, remember me? You wanted to deal with me today at this time. So it's a kind of great tool because I know I forget to respond to emails. And sometimes I'll get so many all at once and it's like, oh my God, I can't possibly respond to them all. And sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. So this will kind of prevent that from happening. Anyways, that's all I was going to show you today. I hope you found something useful and something that you can put into use. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time.